before I do that, let's talk about what we're going to get into. So we've been talking about the EazyBot marketing app, and it's really more than a marketing app. It's marketing, training, communications, and we're really very, very excited to be able to talk to you about this tool. And so the first thing I want to make sure that everybody's clear on is we're not releasing an app where you're going to be able to trade EazyBot in that app. So there's no confusion. You're still going to access EazyBot just the same way that you always have. It's cloud-based, so any web browser will access EazyBot for you. This app is designed to supplement, particularly for those who are business builders, but for everybody who's an EazyBot user, this app is designed to supplement your experience with EazyBot. And so it's going to give you a tool that allows you to stay in better communication with us. So for example, this call that we're having today, we'll send push notifications through the app. So right there in your phone, you'll be able to get a push notification, a reminder that the call is coming up, and you'll be able to click a link right from that push notification that takes you into the call. So cool things like that, reminders for different events and so forth. So that level of communication, again, for those of you who are business builders, that's going to help you as well, because we'll be able to supplement what you're doing within your organization by engaging everybody within the EazyBot family. So communication is super important. It's also a great place where you'll get access to training. So you'll find all of the pre-recorded training calls, corporate update calls. So a call like this will be in the app. This Friday and every other Friday, we do a market and trading insights call with our CEO, Mohammed, where he opens up a live trading account and shows you how it's been progressing, answers questions about how EazyBot's working. Those are incredibly powerful calls. If you are brand new to crypto or brand new to trading, these calls will help you to understand how the product works and how the market works. And so it's an absolutely free education. We encourage you to join us on those calls live. But if you don't make that call, then you'll find those calls in the app as well under our recorded call section. And then the meat and potatoes of the app is really designed around the conversation that we're having today, which is for our business builders, for those who are taking up the task of sharing EazyBot, building teams, taking advantage of this amazing rewards program for our affiliates. And so it provides some tools and some really powerful tools that allow you to share and tell the story of EazyBot. One thing that we recognized before we launched the company was that most people are not professional marketers. We've got a couple in the organization on the call with us today, but most people are not that. Most people don't know how to build a funnel, run an ad, tell a story in a really professional way. And so what ends up happening is that, and Coach loves the statistic, that the average person in an organization is going to share or enroll 2.5 people. And what we wanted to be able to do is to give the average person, the average user who might not necessarily consider themselves a business builder or an affiliate marketer, we wanted to give them a tool that gave them a fighting chance to get above the average person's results in sharing. And whether that's because you want to build a big team or just because you know that there's some money to be taken advantage of, we've given you a really professional tool that's going to help you to tell the story. And so I'm going to take you into that tool here in just a second and give you a brief overview, and then we'll come back and we'll take some questions. All right, let me get dialed in on my cell phone. Now, this is a mobile-first application, so it is designed to be used on your mobile device. It does have some functionality on your desktop, but we do strongly recommend that you use it on mobile. All right, there we go. All right, so let me get you into the app here. What you're looking at is the EazyBot app, marketing and training app, and the first page that you're going to land on first is our training. And so the first place that you'll go into, welcome to EazyBot. We have some more videos coming in here in the next couple of days. You'll see what we already have loaded in here are, oh, come on and load for me. Ooh.
What a load.
How about that? All right, let's try that again. All right, so we've got some videos in there that are obviously designed to help welcome you and your people into EazyBot. We'll come back to that and see if it loads properly for us. The next one is how to use this app. All right, so it'll give you a walk around, a walkthrough on exactly how to do what I'm showing you how to do right now, how to get yourself set up and use the app successfully. All right, and oops, let me get that out of there. Okay, and then scroll down a little bit more, and then you'll see the previously recorded calls. And so you can jump in there, and you'll see we've got a couple calls. If this actually loads for me, while we're having some loading issues. Well, of course, it must know that I'm trying to do a demo. So let's just keep it moving and see if we can make it through the rest of the app. We do have a recording that I'll post later. So if for some reason we're not able to get in and out of it, I will post the recording that we did Saturday with the team. Let me go to the next tab, notifications. You'll see at the bottom, we're going to go from left to right. So the next one over is notifications. I just mentioned to you, there are no notifications in here at the moment, but I did just mention that we have the ability to do push notifications. So this is where all of your notifications will live. All right, I'm going to stop sharing for a second, log out, log back in, and see if I can address this error we're getting. Thank you for your patience, guys. All right. Does the app just come through the phone or can we get on desktop? I think I answered that. Perfect.
I'm going to mine as well, David.
All right, guys. Thanks for your patience. Let's try this one more time. There we go. All right, just needed to log out and log back in. All right, so what you'll see here, and this is where I just went in, we're on the training, went into welcome to EazyBot. You see we have a couple of lessons in there for you, the introduction to EazyBot. We have a 1-minute sizzle video there for you. We have a video telling our story. We have a couple other things also that'll be cool for your new users to get them introduced to and welcome to EazyBot. Now, how to use this app, we'll have a video walkthrough for you there today. Recorded presentation calls. We already have some calls loaded up there for you, so you can see the business builder call that we did this past Saturday, last week's corporate update, and the business builder call from before, and the trading and market insights. So this is where you can find those high-level corporate calls that we do in the previously recorded calls. Notifications, we don't have any notifications that have gone out yet because we haven't pushed the system live, but that's where you'll find any previous notifications. And then leads is really where the magic happens. So the next tab over is leads. You'll notice that there are a couple test leads in here. We've obviously been testing a little bit. And I'm going to come back to the leads, and I'm going to start at the very top where you see pages and funnels. And I'm going to click where it says pages and funnels. So once I do that, it takes me to the 4 different pages or funnels that we have for you to share. And the first one at the very top, the very first thing that you see is you see the setup button. So right below my pages, you see something called setup. The only thing you've got to do to make sure that this works as expected is you got to hit that setup button. It's going to open a place here and ask you for your affiliate link. Probably should call that affiliate ID because it only needs the ID. Everyone on this call has a 6-digit ID. We don't want the entire URL. Please don't bring that over, just the 6-digit ID. So you want to paste that in there and then hit update and it'll save. All right, once you've done that, I'll show you where the magic then starts to happen. All right, so you've got 4 different options to share, and you guys can spend your time, go through these, test them, send some leads to yourself, your friends as you go through it. But the first one is a replica of the EazyBot website. I'm going to open in a browser so you see a couple of things here. But when we hit that share button, what I did was, let me go back and let you see what I did. There's an arrow on the right-hand side. That arrow is what I hit in order to give me my share options. And so on your phone, it'll give you the options of sending it by text message, email, WhatsApp, Facebook, whatever method you want to share it, you can send it out that way. So here is the copy of the EazyBot website. We've got all the different options. They can go to the About Us page, the pricing page, even the Help Center. So just like the EazyBot website, you've got your own version of it here. Now, as you scroll down, you'll notice there's a couple things that are a little different from the EazyBot website. The corporate website, this first button and the buttons throughout will open a video that plays a presentation. In this case, there's a Get Started button. I'm going to come back to the Get Started buttons in a moment, but again, beautifully done website. I'd want to take a moment to just shout out Vineet. I think Vineet's on the call with us today. Vineet, if you could unmute and just say, hey, want to give a shout out to Vineet and his team for the work they did to design the site. All of these assets, they're beautifully done. You guys have something to be really proud of. Vineet, you around?
Yes, I'm here. Thank you guys so much. We had a great time building this. It was months of blood, sweat, and tears, getting it all not only designed, but then connected and working with all the upgrades, server upgrades. But I just want to reiterate to people that companies pay us over $100,000 for this exact same system that's being offered to you guys for absolutely free. And companies only pay 100 grand because it makes them millions of dollars. So this system is proven, it's amazing, and you guys are going to crush it with this system.
There you go. You heard it. And I don't think we mentioned, it is absolutely free to everybody. So you guys, we're not selling this to you, we're giving it to you. All right, so you've got a couple Get Started buttons all throughout the story. They're following the story. And they get towards the bottom. I'm going to show you there's a couple things that happen a little differently. All right, so they get towards the bottom. They've read the entire site. They haven't quite decided that they want to get started, but we've given them two different ways or two different entry points to become a lead or to say that they want more information. And so they get down here and they can fill in their name, email, phone number if they want to learn more, they want to get contacted. And if they go down a little bit further, there is another button that does the same. Learn more button will open a form. So let's start here by entering this form. All right, so we're going to do David, and we're going to do test. What's today? 6/2. I grew up in New York, so every time I use a default number, it's a 212 area code. It was everything I saw on TV as a kid was they made up a number. It was a 212-555 number. You guys ever see me do that? That's why. All right, so here's what just happened. We just submitted a lead. Thanks for submitting your details. We'll get back to you soon. And if we go back over to EazyBot and we click on leads, refresh that real quick. Ooh. All right, we have a little delay there. All right, so what will happen when you guys are in here is that will come over as a lead. Now, this one hasn't come over yet, but give it a little bit of time. In the meantime, let me tell you what it looks like when that lead comes through the form. So when you get that lead through the form, we go to this one, they've given a name, an email, a phone number, and we can see where they were generated from. In this case, we were on the EazyBot website, and we can see the status. The status is something that can be updated, and all of their contact information can also be updated. So we can change their name if we have a conversation with them and we want to change their name. We can change their email, their phone number. The three buttons at the very top, we can make a phone call, we can send a text message, and we can send an email right here from within the app. We can also add notes, and we can see a history. All right, so let's come out of here. I'm going to go back into pages and funnels. Let me give you another example of a different funnel. All right, so let's look at a funnel. It's encouraging you to get a free account today. So EazyBot, the beautiful thing about EazyBot is it's really easy to tell the story. It's a simple story. It's a crypto trading bot, trade 24/7, never closes on a losing trade, makes you money on autopilot passively in the background. Get started for free today. So we believe there's a really simple, quick path for people to just go ahead and create an account, try it for themselves. So you want to make that easy for people to do. So there's a button here, create a free account. Oh, sorry, guys, this is my internet that's acting up. All right, and then maybe, I think I actually saw a double slash in there. So let's make sure, let's do this. I think I'm pulling a lot from my internet here. Live demos are the best, aren't they? All right, let me go back. Let me go back to this page here, and I'll just show you what's. All right, so if we click, go back up here, get free account. Yeah, I think I see the issue. So we're going to fix this, but we've got a extra slash right at the top. But I want you guys to look in the address bar. In the address bar, you'll see myeasybot.com/167,585. Guys, if that doesn't look familiar to you, that 167,585 comes from our setup. And it also comes in automatically when you create an account. And so here's why this matters, because, and let's just fix this real quick. All right, so person wants to create an account, you shared this link with them, they want to go ahead and create an account, and bam, there you go. That takes them directly to the sign up page. And so now we're on the sign up page. You can see that it's the sign up page for the user with 167,585 is their affiliate ID. The sponsor name at the very bottom, you can see is demo user. And so now the person is on your registration page. All right, so I'm going to stop here for just a second. That gives you just a bit of an overview of how the funnels work. Obviously, we're dialing in and tweaking some last minute things here. The other thing I want to show you is the referrals section. And referrals, if we click referrals, this is a quick way. Now, what I showed you just a moment ago was sending somebody to a funnel, to a landing page that tells the story. Now, maybe you've been talking to your friends and they already know the EazyBot story. They don't necessarily need to go through a funnel and get started. You want to send them directly to the sign up page? Well, you can do that here as well. So the sign up page, click on that. And again, takes you directly to the page for that affiliate ID. It's already pre-filled with that sponsor name in there. All right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to switch my screen share. I'm going to take you guys to, stop sharing here. And I'm going to share over here. All right, so I've got a registration page open. You'll notice that I'm using the same user, demo user. Got it all filled out to create an account. By the way, let me just acknowledge that we had some challenges with passwords. It's been brought to our attention by some of you guys. That all should be fixed. Please let us know if you're still seeing any issues. But we think we've addressed the password issues that you might have been having. And when somebody signs up, let's see what happens here. So we hit register. Oh man, it is. I'm hitting aces today. I have had this filled in for a while, so maybe, let's see, let's try this again. All right, let's try this again. Email's already been taken. I think it went through. So let's see. Passwords don't match. Okay, let's try this one more time. Okay, three's a charm. Think we're all good? Okay. All right, we're going to pause here because clearly I'm having some issue that needs to be addressed. I'm not sure what's going on there. So what I'm going to show you guys is, let me stop sharing for a second and see if I can take you to where I want to show you. And we'll obviously make sure if there's an issue there, we get that resolved. Okay, I know what's happening. I'm in our staging environment, and so it is behaving a little bit differently than expected.
David,
All right,
while you're,
sorry.
sorry.
Yeah, I'm going to jump back in here. I'm going to show you a page. It's a little different than what you guys see in your live environment. This is in our staging environment, and so you're going to see a card here that we actually don't currently use for an upgrade to a personalized onboarding. A little bit of a sneak peek of something that's coming down the road, where we'll offer a white glove onboarding service for those who would like it. But what I want to bring to your attention is you'll see a card like this. In fact, maybe a better way for me to do this is, no, let's stay here. All right, so you'll see a card like this on your dashboard. Get the free marketing and training app. It'll look a little different than this, but you'll see a card right there on your dashboard. And this is important for you and for those who you're introducing to the application. So they'll click right here on the link. And what that's going to do is take them to the account create page for the marketing app. Now, the marketing app is powered by a platform called Business Glue, so that you'll see that name show up. If you ever see it, it is related to the marketing app. You won't see it throughout the app. It's all EazyBot, but it is powered by Business Glue. So you'll come here, you'll put in your name, your email, and your password. You do want to use the same email that you use for EazyBot, ideally. But come in, create a name, email, create your password, check that, hit sign up. When you do that, what will happen is, let's see if I can, 16758. All right, so we're going to use the registration. Now, what happens, just so you guys know, is let me take you back here. So I'm going to hover over this card. If you look at the very bottom of my screen, right down here, you'll notice that the link has a user ID attached to it. So that user ID is where this card is linking to. So the registration page for the sign up is automatically pulling the user ID, so that when you sign up in Business Glue, it's going to show up in your referrals. Now let's test this and keep your fingers crossed for me, everybody. Make sure that we get this to work as expected. All right. Today is the 6th, so 6/6. Let's do that. All right. So now that you've completed the registration, there's a couple things I want everybody to be aware of. Follow these steps, and you're going to have a nice, super seamless experience. So click here to get started. The next thing you want to do is put in your phone number. When you put in your phone number, it's going to send you a text message to download the app. It's also going to add your phone to your record. And so you just click get access. You can download the app from Google Play for the App Store. And again, remember the app that you're downloading it's actually going to be the Business Glue app, BUSINESSGLU. So you're going to download that app. And once you've done that, now you've got access. So I showed you the application on my phone. This is what it looks like on desktop. Little less functionality. So for example, if I go to leads, it's a little bit less, actually I don't have any leads in here to show you, but it's a little bit less functionality in the leads where there is no button to call or text message or email from the desktop application. All right, so let me go back over to my mobile and share my screen with you. And let me show you what has happened here. So remember, what we just did is we took a new user that signed up on your page. They created an account, and then they went and clicked to create their marketing app to get their free marketing app. And when they did that, we are right now in the referrals tab. You guys remember I created a user called demo user 66. And if I click here, that's the information I just put in. So this is a person that just signed up for EazyBot. They decided that they want to get the marketing app. Here they are. They're going to show up in your list of referrals. That's how we're going to roll this out initially. Basically, what that means is that we're asking you to self-select, or you're asking the user to self-select. We're not going to force them into the app. And so we do want to encourage them. We will, in our onboarding flow, encourage them to get the app. We will send emails to new users. Those will start going out this week when somebody signs up. And so we're going to push them into downloading and accessing the app. And when they do, it will automatically connect back to you, if, of course, they do it through their EazyBot dashboard. So that's kind of an overview of some of the functionality that you have to look forward to. Obviously, we're dialing some last minute details. Gotta love technology, and but we're there. Like I'm very, very excited that we're at the point that we can show it to you. There's a lot of connections and functionality that we've worked really tirelessly to get dialed in for you guys. But you've got a way that you can get training, videos, how-tos, all of that good stuff is going to be right here, easy to access. Notifications is communication. Keep in touch with us at corporate, and there's some other functionality that we'll talk about in the future on the notifications. The pages, leads, and pages is where you're going to be able to share the story of EazyBot, and your leads is where you're going to manage the leads that come back in after you share their story. Your referrals are going to show you your folks that are your frontline referrals that are in the system. An account, we won't go into account today, but that's where you can manage some of your account related information. So I'm going to stop my sharing here and take a moment for any questions, if there are any. If there are any questions in the chat, somebody can help me. All right. Remus, no system, can the system connect with Messenger? Not directly. So maybe if you have a way to do that, there is no direct connection to Messenger.
Thanks.